Mr. President, will you stop calling us the enemy of the people, sir? Will you stop calling the press the enemy of the people, sir? Mr. President, will you stop calling the press the enemy of the people, sir?
Everybody, thank you.
Mr. President, if there is no collusion, Mr. President, if there is no collusion, why does Rudy Giuliani keep saying there is no crime and collusion?
Let's go.
Mr. President, do you think other countries, Mr. President, do you think other countries should not allow children to stay with their parents if they come in illegally?
Come on, Jim. Go. We're done.
Since you're attacking us, can you give us a question? Mr. President-elect.
Go ahead.
Mr. President-elect,
Go ahead.
since you are attacking our news organization, can you give us a chance?
Your organization
you are
is
attacking our news organization.
Your organization
Can you give us a
is
chance to
terrible.
ask a question, sir?
Go ahead.
Sir, can
Quiet.
you state,
Quiet.
Mr. President-elect,
Go ahead.
can you state
She's asking a
categorically,
question. Don't
Mr.
be
President-elect, can you give us a question?
be
You're
rude.
attacking us. Can you give us a question?
Don't be.
Can you
No,
give
I'm
us a
not gonna give you
question?
I'm not going to give you a
Can you
question.
can you state categorically?
You are fake news.
Sir,
Go ahead.
can you state categorically that nobody? No, Mr. President-elect, that's not
Go ahead.
appropriate. And, I think, maybe we should make some bumper stickers, make some buttons. Maybe we should go out on Pennsylvania Avenue like these folks who chant CNN sucks and fake news. Maybe we should go out, all journalists should go out on Pennsylvania Avenue and chant, "We're not the enemy of the people." Because I'm tired of this. Honestly, Brooke, I'm tired of this.
Mr. President, what did you mean when you said that Kirsten Gillibrand would do anything for a campaign contribution?
So it's not an easy negotiation.
Mr. President, since you attacked CNN, can I ask you a question?
John Roberts, go ahead, John. No. John Roberts, go ahead. CNN's fake news. I don't take questions. I don't take questions from CNN. CNN is fake news. I don't take questions from CNN. John Roberts of Fox. Let's go to a real. Let's go to a real network. John, let's go.
Well, we're a real network too, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President.
The TV networks are typically placed in one area, one group. Every other network besides CNN was there at the top right of your screen, just about top right of your screen. You see people holding up their hands. We were off to the bottom left there, several rows behind the president and actually behind the Romanian press as well. We were in the equivalent of Siberia. No pun intended, when it comes to where we were seated in the audience section, the press section of that Rose Garden news conference, Wolf. And Wolf, just to give you a sense as to what's happening right now, you can hear there is a chorus of boos and other chants from this Trump crowd here in Tampa, Florida. They're saying things like CNN sucks, go home, and fake news. Wolf, obviously, all of those things are false. Can you cite a specific story that you say is intentionally false, that was intentionally put out there to mislead the American people?
Sure. The ABC report by Brian Ross, I think that was pretty misleading to the American people, and I think that it's very telling that that individual had to be suspended because of that reporting. I think that shows that the network took it seriously and recognized that it was a problem.
Sarah,
Jim?
if I may, I was going to ask a question about something
Well,
else.
you used it on something else.
Sarah,
Jim?
if I may,
Sarah,
I think it's
We're going to keep moving, guys.
if I can ask about the
other
president's accusations.
I'm moving
that
to a
have been
different
leveled
Jim,
against
I'm
them.
sorry.
I know, but I didn't get a chance to ask the question that I wanted to ask, which is,
Jim.
can you just say once and for all whether these
Jim, I'm going to say once and
accusations-
for all that I'm moving on to Jim Stinson, and I'm not taking another question from you at this point.
I would say
Sarah, a
in
question
my
about
response
investment-
to your attacks on the
investment
media,
taxes.
if that's okay. I would like to ask the question that I had about these accusations of misconduct against the president. You said that he's denied them. Can you say whether or not they are false?
I'm not
That's
going
all
to
I'm
respond
asking.
to that.
Mr. President, how's the meeting going so far, sir? Any progress, Mr. President?
Which is, if you look at the history of immigration, it's actually ebbed and flowed. We've had periods of very large waves, followed by periods of less immigration and more immigration. And during we've had
a period of immigration right now. The
Yeah,
president
it's-
wants to build a
it's
wall.
actually-
you want
it's
to
actually-
bring about a sweeping change to the
surely,
immigration
Jim, you don't actually think that a wall affects green card policy. You couldn't possibly believe that, do you? Actually, the notion that you actually think immigration is at a historic low, the foreign-born population in the United States today, Jim,
talking about how border crossings.
do you really? I want to be serious, Jim. Do you really at CNN not know the difference between green card policy and illegal immigration?
Sean, can you answer whether the president still believes the question?
There's no camera on Jim.
Maybe we should turn the cameras on, Sean. Why don't we turn the cameras on?
Jen.
Why don't we turn the cameras on?
I'm sorry that you have to do. Jen, go ahead.
Why not turn the cameras on, Sean? They're in the room. The lights are on. Let me ask,
Much
if I,
better.
if I may
Okay,
ask
that's
one other
enough.
question, Mr. President, if I may ask
Peter,
one
go
other
ahead.
question. Are you worried?
That's enough. That's
Mr.
enough.
President, I
That's
was going
enough.
to ask one of the other folks. have
That's
had-
enough.
Pardon me, ma'am. Mr.
Excuse
President.
me. That's enough.
Mr. President, I had one other
Peter,
question,
let's
if
go.
I may ask, on the Russia investigation. Are you concerned that you may have?
I'm not concerned
indictments-
about anything with
that you
the
may have
Russian
indictments coming down?
investigation because it's a hoax.
Are you-
That's enough. Put down the mic.
Mr. President, are you worried about indictments coming down in this investigation?